Hello everyone, and welcome to our new channel, Pretty Nerdy Adventures. My name is Taylor, and on my left is my pretty nerdy partner, Michael. And we're here to share insights and reviews, as well as discuss all of the nerdy pop culture theme parks and entertainment we love and hope you do too.
We love anything Marvel, Funko, Disney, Star Wars, whatever it may be. It's always been a huge part of our relationship, and as film students who met in film school, we figured this was the perfect way to share the joy that our nerdiness has brought us with everybody else.
So recently, when we planned a staycation to Disneyland in Anaheim, California, we saw the perfect opportunity to share in some new experiences, and along with our suitcases, we packed up our camera bag, said goodbye to our cats, Binx and Winifred, and headed out to start this new adventure. As Disneyland Magic key holders who visit the park on a seemingly regular basis, we've had a lot of different experiences at the parks. A rotation of seasonal parades, shows, merchandise, and menus are some of the things we're used to experiencing while down at the parks. And these little Disney Play app signs were also something we were very much used to seeing.
However, for as many times as we had seen them, we and most everyone we'd spoken to knew little about what they were for, what they meant, and why the Disney Play app might be something they'd want to clear precious memory on their phone for or not.
So we did some light research, downloaded the app, and headed to the park. But first, let's go shopping.
Hey guys, so we don't actually have tickets to Disney until tomorrow, but we figured we'd come and explore downtown Disney, see what good stuff they got, see what things we can spend money on, and let's see how this goes.
My goal for this shopping journey is a new backpack and new ears. All of the Disney ears that I have at the moment are like character themed, so I want to maybe just get like a cute pair of ears. We'll see if I like anything. Maybe I'll wait until we get into the park tomorrow. But look how cute everything is.
And I need to light your backpack.
It looks like they're already getting set up for Halloween. We have like the purple and the green and the orange lights happening. So maybe we'll get to see some Halloween tomorrow. They have the Halloween stuff now!
We did get to see the beginnings of Halloween season while at the park. However, we're going to thoroughly cover all that in one of our next videos, so stay tuned. As I stated before, one of my shopping goals for this trip was to find a new pair of Disney ears. Just preferably ones that weren't character ears.
There you go.
And my goal was to find a new Spirit jersey. While we both had the goal of also finding a new backpack, specifically a Loungefly one.
For those that might not know, Loungefly is a company best known for making these super high quality mini backpacks that pay homage to your favorite nerd cultures. So we thoroughly scoured the shelves in search of the perfect backpack and checked out some of the other cool new merch there was to be found throughout downtown Disney.
What'd you find?
I'm looking at the... So they have the new 50th anniversary Walt Disney World new ear releases. This is the Tiki Room one, cute little parrot, and then they have the Peter Pan one.
Cute.
I'm gonna be honest though, it looks equally as annoying as the Thor one.
Yep.
But I haven't tried it on, so I don't know for sure. Alright, so I'm seeing that the Thor ears are not as popular as like the Wanda ears were. I don't know why they chose to make this little poofy piece on the top. I feel like it could have been much cooler with maybe just like that part or maybe like a Wanda-esque leather piece, but can we just look at how this sits on your head? It looks like one of those beanies with like the spinny thing on the top, the rainbow beanie with the spinny.
I feel like it's like
that's what it looks like when you put it on.
It looks like it belongs on a Build-A-Bear.
Like this should sit on your forehead at least, I feel. But it just makes it want to kind of sit on top of your head. I feel like it's a cross between a poofy yarmulke and one of those weird small hat beanies. So the ears are dope. Like this part, awesome. I considered cutting this part off of mine, and I'm still considering doing that. I feel like it would be much cooler. I'm probably just gonna do that. It's a smart idea.
We'll just modify it. We'll customize it. We're gonna turn into costume designers.
Clearly they're not very popular like the Loki ones that I'm dying to have if anyone knows where to find them still, and the Scarlet Witch ones, which I already have, so grateful about that. That's so cool. It glows in the
It glows in the dark.
I like this. I like the castle, and it's like kind of simple, but not.
It looks really cute though.
So cute. Okay.
This thing keeps showing up, so I may have to get this thing at some point.
I love the tiny little backpacks. They're so cute.
Well, you got huge.
I know, but they had a sparkly like. They had a sparkly one with Mickey ears. I kind of regret not getting that one, but I don't know what I would do with it. This is super cute, and I love anything holographic that makes these metallic rainbows, but they did just come out with the black ones. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for the black holographic one.
Alright, well.
I didn't get the pink one, I'm not gonna get the gold one.
We'll see you soon.
Oh, they got the Hades one too. Oh no, I'm gonna spend all the money.
And they got your boy Woody.
These are really cool. Mickey and Minnie ones with the little tie-dye outfits. These limited release ones.
We got all the Disney Parks exclusive fig pins.
Chip and Dale. Oh, sorry again. Pumpkins with the group. What is? You wanna know a little trick I learned to tell the difference between Chip and Dale?
What?
So, Chip, he got a little chocolate chip on his nose, and then Dale has the red nose. I love anything with Loki on it, even if it's not Tom Hiddleston Loki.
She beelined it. What'd she see? Oh. Yep.
They have the pink one.
You just told me you were gonna get the pink one if you saw it.
Because how many times have we come here and I've picked up this bag and contemplated getting it and have not gotten it, but I feel like
It looks so good.
I keep wanting it, and if it goes away forever, every time I see somebody walk around with it, I'm gonna be sad.
Also, this spirit jersey looks delicious.
We're getting it, right? Yeah, I just feel like every time we come and I do see this bag, I think about how I haven't bought it. So maybe I just need to buy it.
Yeah. She did it, ladies and gentlemen. She did it. Now, off to our favorite place, candy.
No, we'll do that after.
Okay, fine. Hocus Pocus.
Mystery pins.
We getting more? Are these new ones or those same ones that we've
It
had?
does wonders for the adrenaline rush, the dopamine or serotonin release in my brain to do the mysteries.
Yeah, but are these the same ones that we've gotten?
No,
or
they're
are
different.
They
They're new.
new? Okay.
So they're different than the ones we've gotten in the past. We've had a lot of luck with the Hocus Pocus ones in particular, so they don't. None of them look like bad. There's definitely some I want more than others, but they all look really cute.
How much are they?
$40.
Oh, that's not bad at all. Or the other option is to wait until we get back to the hotel so that you don't spend any more money on more of them.
That's not a bad plan. It's probably the smartest idea.
Yeah, we're gonna, you know what, I'm gonna stop recording so you have no choice but to open them later.
Yeah, but if you are recording, then I have no choice but to not wander away.
Valid point. Look, they got live music from the cast of Haunted Mansion.
I saw these online. I kind of want to get them because Michael is convinced that Crocs are the greatest shoes in the world, but I get it. I understand the appeal. Don't get me wrong. I can't bring myself to wear at least that style of Croc. The other Crocs are acceptable.
Wait,
but they
you
look
put
like
pins in those.
and they have Grogu.
Aww, stop. So cute. Any luck?
I don't even have my shoe fully on right now. I look like a weirdo. This just says the men's size. That is unhelpful. Bam. Okay. I don't know what Crocs feels like, but honestly, these feel like you're on the floor.
I feel like the fact that it doesn't dance is a real shame.
I don't know. Oh, it's a bubble blower.
Oh.
We should have just read the tag. That's why it exists, I guess. Why? Just read the tag, people. Why are we should have just read the tag.
And when our night finally came to a close and someone was done causing chaos,
They're like, ah! I made a mess. Don't look at my mess.
So I didn't get my Buzz Lightyear backpack, but we still got 2 days in the park. So hopefully I'll find my backpack. Someone already found theirs.
I think they're gonna have it at the Star Tours place.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
The
no,
Pixar,
no, no.
the
Yeah,
Pixar,
the
the
place.
by
No,
Toy Story
by
made.
Astro
Blaster. Yeah, the Astro Blasters. Whatever that is. Yeah, the Buzz Lightyear ride. We'll find it there. And then hopefully we'll find some ears too. So we'll see how this goes. What about Scarlet Witch? Oh.
Different Scarlet Witches.
Just walked by Scarlet
They
Witches.
just walked by. Good job, girls.
You'll miss everything if you're not paying attention.
I managed to walk away with a few really nice items. Well, Michael unfortunately left empty-handed. And once back at the hotel, it was time to take inventory of our haul, like this super cool pin set. Yeah, super. You get it? And of course unwrap our 2 mystery pin sets, the first of which contained this Sarah Sanderson planchette, followed by a square pin featuring all 3 of the Sanderson witches, but we'll get to that one in a minute. And the second box, which had another pin featuring the lovely trio as they asked you to form a calming circle, as well as another one of those square pins that I mentioned before.
This is the only problem with the mystery pins. Sometimes you just get duplicates.
Like I said before, our goal for this day in the park was to get an idea of the Disney Play app and the features/benefits it has to offer park goers. Now, before we even got down to Anaheim, we did some research on the app to see what we should try and test out, but to be honest, the information was sparse.
the Disney Play app was launched in 2019 and is basically a collection of ride-themed games to keep you busy while you wait in line. To entice audiences, they offer exclusive pins for purchase that you could collect for playing the games and visiting different areas of the park, as well as some games you can play at home before you come. You can earn points and collect badges, though we're not entirely sure still what the benefits of doing this are. It's kind of like Who's Line, where the games are made up and the points don't matter.
So with that vague information and our apps downloaded, we headed to our first attraction, Toy Story Midway Mania. But of course not without some merch scouting along the way.
So cute. But it's like the same size as the Groot one, so I feel like the Groot one should be mini.
You can put Grogu on your backpack and also on your backpack. Get it?
I wanted a Grogu one, and they have them again.
Well, then get it.
He looks way
Okay.
cuter. I think we're gonna have good luck finding your backpack today.
This is where we're heading to next. Taylor's favorite ride in the park.
It's just as sweaty and annoying as web slingers. I don't want to go on a ride to get a workout, and I have so much better accuracy than you, and you still do better.
Yep. Accuracy doesn't matter. It's about speed.
It
Speed.
looks like-
Ka-chow.
It looks like there's a decent wait time, so we'll really get to see the full benefit of this game, I guess.
Okay, so I lied before. Only Michael had actually downloaded the app by the time we actually got to our first attraction, and we fully intended to start once we got in line. But when we opened the app, it informed us that the game over at Midway Mania was a 2+ person game, so I began to scramble to get my app downloaded. That unfortunately took a while with the little service I had, and it wasn't until we actually opened the game that we realized it meant 2-player on one phone. By this point, I would say our 50-minute wait had diminished to about a 40, maybe even 35-minute wait, but at least we were up and running and finally inside the chilly air-conditioned Midway Mania building. Now, it seems the majority of the games for each attraction on the Disney Play app are made up of smaller mini-games. Both Toy Story Midway Mania and Smuggler's Run over in Galaxy's Edge were made up of small challenges to complete while you were in line to collect points or win credits, so you're never doing the same thing twice or for too long, really. For example, the games at Midway Mania have you switch on and off with other members of your party and range from a lasso game I was not very good at, where you whip your phone in a forward-backward motion in order to lasso prize boxes and coins, to a disc throwing game where your goal is to land a disc at a moving target by swiping it in the right direction at the right time and with the right speed, though it seems like any kind of swiping motion in the general direction of the target would hit it, so naturally I excelled at this. And there was even an animal-themed version of Heads Up, which, let's be honest, is the best game to play while in a Disney Parks line anyway. And before we knew it, it was time to ride the ride. And kick some butt.
I finally won!
Okay, so we just got off Toy Story Midway Mania, and I finally beat Michael, but I think he let me win. Did you let me win?
I didn't let you win, but I was holding the camera the whole time, so I had like one hand.
Okay,
and it was pretty close.
Alright. Anyway, so we're going to play some of these other games, see what else is on this Toy Story Disney Play app situation. Try to get the rest of the points that we need and see what happens once we do. I don't know. We'll find out.
The only game we came across at Midway Mania that actually involved 2 players at one time was the Alien Air Hockey game, where you worked with your partner to move the alien in different directions in order to land him in the drop chute. We were just starting to get the hang of this, but we were pleasantly interrupted.
Well, we gotta get out of here because we're in her way.
So, we're chilling off, having a cocktail now, because it's a nice August day and it's about 95 degrees right now and we're sweating up a storm. So, we're gonna probably finish up here at California Adventure and then head over to Disneyland. We're gonna shop, we're gonna go to the store, get my backpack, maybe get that Haunted Mansion Spirit jersey. I don't know yet, probably. But we're gonna go by the store because they'll have the pins on display.
I'm definitely more interested in the Star Wars ones also. So I know they have those at the Star Tours shop.
Yeah.
So we'll check out which ones they are if they have the one that I still want. And then hopefully we'll play that game and get some pins.
Yeah, so we're gonna try a couple. We'll see how it goes. And worst case scenario, you know, we enjoy the rides and that's it.
And since the Disney Play app works off of your location, we thought it was best to take a little break and begin to check out some of the other app features. While on our way to Tomorrowland to look for Michael's backpack and see the available Disney Play app pins so we could head to Galaxy's Edge, we came across another Play app placard at the Penny Arcade for Esmeralda the Fortune Teller. Using your Disney Play app, you can get 1 fortune, the first in a 10-piece story, for free, and come back each day you're in the park for an additional piece at no extra cost. And if you so desire, you can always insert some quarters and get more pieces of the story without waiting if you're only there for a day. Though if you're gonna spend money on a fortune teller, they also have a pirate-themed one called the Tales of Fortune Red located near Pirates of the Caribbean over in Frontierland as well. They sadly didn't have the Buzz Lightyear Loungefly Michael was hoping to get.
They had so many right here for so long.
But after speaking with the employees at the Little Green Men Store Command, we got a glimpse of the Disney Play app pins available for purchase once we completed the proper task. That's right, I said purchase. These pins are not for free, you do have to purchase them still, similarly to exclusive pins and merch made available for purchase to Magic Key holders or Disney Chase members. These pins can be purchased once you earn the proper badge. We briefly asked if any of the employees knew exactly what we had to do in order to earn the right to purchase these specific pins, and even they really didn't know what the app was or how we make sure we earn the right credits or points to purchase the pins. So while we left the store command feeling unsure of the journey ahead, we forged on, in the hopes that the Force would be strong with us.
There's something so magical about the music when you walk in the gates to Galaxy's Edge. And my lightsaber has been going off on its own every now and then, like it knows that we're headed back home.
Dun-dun-dun. Just kidding.
Over at Galaxy's Edge, we had a quick run-in with the First Order, but luckily that was before Hondo Ohnaka gave us coaxium to transport over at Smuggler's Run. And after checking out the view from outside the Millennium Falcon, we headed to the back of the line to start our in-app mission. According to the prompt, Hondo Ohnaka needed our help to do some maintenance on the ship in order to get it up and running. This meant looking outside the docking bay windows in order to observe the Falcon, as Ohnaka would be sending us a series of questions regarding the status of its outside parts so he could make the proper adjustments. Questions that ask how many of a particular part are on the ship, or what kind of symbols can be found in a certain area are generally the kinds of questions you'll encounter, and once we completed this game, a slew of new available missions unlocked for any other times we might be waiting in the line at Smuggler's Run. We also managed to unlock the badge we needed to collect one of the exclusive Star Wars Play app pins, and although we finished the challenge just in the nick of time, I'm fairly certain you get the badge for riding the ride and not necessarily completing the challenge while in line.
See, now you're breaking up. I cannot hear
I
you.
get to be a pilot. I've only been the pilot once. I just really don't want to be I think it was the engineer.
Yeah, the engineer.
The engineer, like, you don't really do much and you don't really pay attention as a result, so then when you have to do something, you're like not there.
Yeah.
We got to be pilots! I'm very excited. It was fun. We crushed it. And by that I mean Michael crashed us into like the back of the train thing and a bunch of other crap.
And after riding the ride, it was time to collect our bounty.
So we went to Smuggler's Run. We're getting the pins. We did it right. Yay! Okay, so we did the Disney Play app correctly. We unlocked the little badgy things, and that's what enabled us to buy the pins. They're not free. You do have to purchase them still. But we were able to, and you can only buy them if you unlock the achievements. So, yay! Alright, so here they are. The two Disney Play app pins that we were able to purchase, limited release, as a result of completing some games on the app, as well as entering some park locations. I think that's what we got this one for, is literally just for going into the Black Spire Outpost, which is where Galaxy's Edge is. So maybe there are some other pins that you can collect just by walking around? We'll see.
I don't know, but these were the only two they had, so.
These were the only two available at the time. I feel like there was a Darth Vader one at one point that I really wanted, but it's okay because these are super cool and cute, and you know what? We like to trade pins, as you might be able to see. These are all the pins I brought to trade. And I feel like these will be good trading pins because not a lot of people have these, and maybe people want them. That looks great.
Yeah, we're doing this. So we're not doing this one. We're doing the other one, but we can't go home without Hocus Pocus.
I'm getting the cauldron because I love drinkware, and it's a little cauldron. It comes with a little spoon, and as much as I like the Hocus Pocus spirit jersey, like I love the tie-dye, I love the characters. I don't know, there's something about the simplicity of this black one and like the magic of the castle that I am just digging. So we're gonna go with the black one.
We wrapped up the night with some final purchases and also headed back to Galaxy's Edge to attend to some business. As I mentioned before, throughout the day my lightsaber kept making noises on its own. We came to find it wasn't sensing the Force over at Galaxy's Edge, but was simply malfunctioning. So we took it over to Savvy's to see what they could do to help us out.
They fixed it! Okay, so it was super easy. We went over to Savvy's, which is where the depot is to build the lightsabers, and we spoke to some lovely ladies. They helped us out, brought my lightsaber baby back into some secret room, did some magic mojo on it, and she's up and working again. If you'd like to know what was wrong, turns out that these things come with batteries.
Yep.
I put this thing together and didn't see any batteries in the process.
You look majestic. I love it.
Was that good? Was
Yeah.
it smooth?
Yeah.
I'm gonna whack somebody.
We stopped to get some cool pictures with one of the Disney photographers and my newly refurbished lightsaber before heading out. And with that, our day had come to a close. Overall, I would say the app was a good distraction while we waited in line. The ever-changing games really made the time just fly by, and if you're a pin collector like we are, the benefits of being able to purchase exclusive Play app pins just for doing things you were probably going to do already was a super fun bonus. The only real downside we noticed were the majority of the time the line would end up moving faster than the game would, which became an issue when the game would require you to interact with an area of the queue it was anticipating you to be in.
And like we said before, the app works based on your location, so you can only play games for the area of the park you are specifically in. Since Toy Story Midway Mania is the only ride in Disney's California Adventure that has a game associated with the app, it's really only beneficial while at the classic Disneyland park.
Now, the app does have some other features we really didn't get a chance to check out, but these pretty much amount to fun digital ways to interact with the different areas of the park. You can hack into certain door panels or droids over at Galaxy's Edge to scan for their memories. You can scan specific shipping crates to see what's hiding inside them, and even translate all the Arabesh around Batuu. I'm sure there must be some interactive elements like this throughout California Adventure, it's just we were hard-pressed to find them, and the app in general just seems to be geared more towards Disneyland itself.
Allowing users to track their progress by awarding badges for going on rides and entering different areas of the park was probably the best and most useful aspect of the app, since it enables you to try new things, but like we said, it was still a good distraction and a fun time. It's great for kids and families to entertain because it's not so much a competitive effort, but more of a cooperative one, so there's no fights between siblings.
The games were fun and really did pass the time, but I think with the stress of the games not necessarily being able to keep up with the pace of the lines, by the end of the day and the entire following day, we ultimately found ourselves playing Heads Up just like everybody else. In fact, Michael got so into it at one point he just flipped my phone across the Hyperspace Mountain Ride queue and shattered the screen. And like that, day one for this trip had come to a close. We stayed till midnight, walked 24,007 steps, and we're finally ready to head back to the hotel just to do it all over again the next day. So stay tuned to our channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more pretty nerdy content. And if you liked this video and want to see more of what happened during our 3-day Disneyland escapade, don't forget to click that little bell to turn on notifications. And remember, part of the journey is the end. But we'll be back next week for another pretty nerdy adventure.